I'm on the world-famous flamenco stage with the world-famous Andrea Gonzmart. And yes, that's her dog. They're not open for business yet. She's a service dog. She keeps Andrea calm when she's on TV. Exactly. Andrea has to remain calm. We're going to be on TV. Stick around, everybody. We're talking the history of the beautifully historic Columbia Restaurant when Good Day Tampa Bay continues. Mike's doing the flamenco dancing. We are at the Columbia Restaurant, and we are have a Bay Area bucket list, and the Columbia Restaurant has to be on it. You got to come by here and enjoy. The history of the Columbia Restaurant dates back to really before 1905.
Yeah, actually, we found records that the Columbia was actually opened in 1903. So, but 1905 is our official date. We can't change the name of our salad. We can't change our logo. So we're sticking with 1905. That's our story.
Yeah, it's your story, and you're sticking. It's your story. It's all right. So who opened the restaurant? Who opened the doors for the first time?
It was my great-great-grandfather, Casimiro Hernandez Sr., and he ran the business for many years. He had 4 sons. It passed on to then my great-grandfather, or my great-great-grandfather. I think I'm missing a, I don't know. I think I'm missing a great there. Casimiro Jr. He ran it for many years, and he only had a daughter, that was my grandmother, Adela, who married my grandfather, Caesar, they were both musicians, really didn't know much about the restaurant business, but they took over the restaurant.
And that's where the Gonzmart name got.
And then that's when, yeah, Caesar Gonzmart. That's when it went from Hernandez to Gonzmart. And then from there, my father and my uncle took it over, and now I'm working in the business, and my cousin's working in the business, and we're carrying on the tradition.
So these two musicians, really, if there was ever a time where the Columbia could have gone off track or closed down, I mean, but they kept it running. They got into the food business.
It was a passion, a love. You know, I mean, my grandfather performed almost every night in the restaurant. He loved to do that. My grandmother came almost every night and watched him. It really was a true love for the business, for the family, for our legacy.
I do. I fantasize about that era of the Columbia sometimes, and as I look through this room and you think about the people who sat up there and looked down, and the things that happened on the stages, and the conversations that happened in the corner, and
all very glamorous. I can only imagine.
Yeah, well, we talk about the secrets. Some of the secrets that may have, some of the business deals, some of the...
If the walls could talk.
Yes, some of the happy affairs that happened. I mean, not affairs, but affairs. Yeah. And probably affairs. But it is thriving today. And how many generations? I lost count. How many?
I am the 5th generation.
You're the 5th generation.
So, and we are grooming the 6th generation to do the same.
And one of the, and your dad Richard told me that one of the few in the country that is this old, continuously owned by the same family. There's only like a handful.
There is only a handful. My father's actually done a lot of research, and there are a lot of old restaurants still in the United States, but it's that it's the multiple generations.
Right, and the same family.
Yes.
Famous for the 1905 salad, famous for Cuban sandwiches, and your paella ain't bad either.
No, it is not.
You going to share the recipe with us?
I'm most definitely going to show you how to cook it.
In the next half hour, we're cooking paella with Andrea Gonzmart. Doesn't get any better than that. I can mark it off my bucket list. Stick around, everybody. It's going to be a good day, Tampa Bay.
All right, we're continuing our series this morning with our Bay Area bucket list.
Charlie is in Ybor City this morning. Hello.
Yes, and if I had a Columbia restaurant bucket list, it would be 1905 salad.
Yeah.
Check. Yep. Cuban sandwich.
Yep.
Check. A little sangria, maybe?
Check. Theirs is pretty good. I normally don't like it, but
black bean soup.
Theirs is pretty good.
Black bean soup.
Oh, check.
Well, we'll just say the whole menu.
And how about a little paella? Yeah. We're checking paella off of our bucket list. The recipe being put together by none other than Andrea Gonzmart herself. Paella, the Gonzmart way, the Columbia way. When Good Day Tampa Bay continues. And we're in Ybor City this morning, a must-visit place for anyone who comes in around the Tampa Bay area. By day, enjoy the history and the shopping. By night, join the party. And anytime, enjoy the good food at the Columbia. We're in the kitchen of the Columbia with none other than Andrea Gonzmart herself. Got the apron on. I mean, she's going to do some cooking.
I look official.
You do look official. Some paella. And I said, Andrea, well, what does paella mean? And she correctly responded, it means paella.
Exactly.
That's what it means. And you know how you say it in English? Paella. I looked it up on Google.
Oh, did you?
I did. You were right. I wanted to stump you, but I couldn't. All right, so what goes into the world-famous Columbia paella recipe?
Okay, well, you always start with, good extra virgin Spanish olive oil. You want to get that hot going. We did do a little bit of a cheating today. Generally, you would start with sauteing your onions, your green peppers, and your tomatoes. And garlic, of course, garlic. But we went ahead and made our sofrito ahead of time just for time purpose.
Alrighty. Now, what do we got in there? Is it
chicken and pork? Which of course you can put whatever you want in a paella. It doesn't matter. If you want to put, you can put beef in there. You can put chorizo in there. You want to season your meat generously. We use our Columbia seasoning.
Right, which you sell at a little store next door?
Yes, we do.
Now, these recipes on the entire menu, are your fifth generation running the restaurant, are these recipes fifth generation recipes?
Not necessarily.
No.
Well, a lot of the staples on our menu are actually items that came over from Spain and Cuba when the immigrants originally came to Ybor City. A lot of our recipes developed over the years from the different chefs that we've had over time.
Right?
Exactly. And you know what?
Shrimp,
a lot of times, yep, shrimp and scallops. A lot of times we say our food is not necessarily Spanish or Cuban. It's Columbia Restaurant food.
Yeah.
Because at this point, you know, over the years, we really have developed our own recipes.
It's Cuban.
Yeah.
That sounds horrible. Don't call it that. It's Columbia food. All right, what else you got? Oh, what's that?
Squid.
Squid?
Yep, calamari.
Oh, okay. Sounds better when you say calamari.
Yeah, it does.
Otherwise, it looks like bait. Sorry.
I'm going to give it a little...
Am I bringing people to the restaurant?
I'm going to give it a little bit, touch more seasoning. And you want to make sure you add your pork and your chicken first so it can get brown because your fish is going to cook very, very quickly.
Right.
If you want to put, you know, pieces of like fish, like grouper in there, go ahead and do that too.
We'd add some clams.
Clams and mussels.
Nice.
This is my little cheat that I did.
Yeah,
my
that's
sofrito.
what you did before. That's all right. And then the, that's, what do you eat, sofrito?
Sofrito, yep.
Which is what? It's green peppers, onions?
Garlic. And then we went ahead and you can see it was watered down a little bit. We put our water and we put our chicken broth in there because generally you would add your chicken broth with the saffron already in it. I like to do that so that way the coloring goes throughout.
And then
of course, the rice.
Very nice. Now, we'll speed it up for TV purposes.
Yes.
But you would cover that.
Cover that, put it in the oven.
For how long would you put that in the oven?
20, 25 minutes. It depends on how long your oven takes. Let's see, hot stuff.
You got that? All right. Uncover that bad boy.
Let's get that closed. Let's see what we got here.
Oh, nice. Look at that. Look at that.
Perfectly.
Wow.
And you know what? It really has a way of presenting itself and doing its own job. You top it with some peas.
Oh, peas on top?
Yep.
Some red peppers?
Some pimientos. White asparagus.
Look at that.
And then a couple.
Oh, it doesn't get any better than that. There you go.
Picture of perfection.
Paella at the Columbia, and you can mark it off your bucket list. Columbia's open.
We're open 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
Lunch and dinner?
Lunch and dinner.
When do we have flamenco dancing? When's that?
We do it every night but Sunday night.
There you go. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. There you go. Scratch it off your bucket list. And tomorrow we're at the Ringling Museum down in Sarasota. We're going to mark that off our bucket list tomorrow morning.
Awesome. Lots of places to go. Thanks, Charlie.
Yep.